Hi guys, it's Kelly from Chestnut Junction. I'm trying to adjust myself here because the light is putting glare on my glasses. But anyway, I'm working on a new pattern and I wanted to get on here and do just a little tutorial about using felting needles. We're gonna do a little chick, and this is going to be a new pattern, and I do apologize, like I said, for the light that's going across my glasses, but we're going to use felting needles today to felt some yarn on top of this little chick here for our new pattern. But I don't think a lot of people are familiar with felting needles, so I want to jump on here and show you the felting needles that we use. See if I can get a... I'm sitting here reading comments. Hi Amber, hi Mina. These are the felting needles we use. As far as felting needles go, I don't do a lot of needle felting. I do use felting needles like to attach hair, Santa beards, and like Uncle Sam beards. Today we're going to use yarn. Excuse me for my cough too. It's not COVID, it's acid reflux. But I wanted to go over some things with the felting needles because I like I said, I don't think a lot of people are real familiar unless you work with wool and felt and whatnot. I don't think it's a lot of people have felting needles. But I took some notes here. Whenever you go to buy your felting needles, and what I use is it's a standard felting needle, and I guess standard felting needles are triangular. So don't worry about the shape unless you're doing stuff like for what we're doing with little tufts of hair. You just need standard felting needles. Wonder if I'm still gonna get the glare with these. Doesn't seem to be as bad. So the felting needles I'm using they're Clover brand, and they are a number 40, which is like the fine, what do I want to say? The fine, which it would be the size of your, I guess, teeth. Is that the word I want to use? This is what a single felting needle looks like, because I think they actually go into a tool, like a bigger tool to use for actual felting. If you can see on there on the picture. But like I said, we're not going to be felting wool. I wanted to show you guys how to felt some yarn. But this is what a felting needle looks like. And I guess this end up here would go into your tool, but we're not going to use the tool. We're just going to use one single felting needle. But on the other end here, I'm trying to, where am I at, guys? Hubby's on chat, by the way. I'm looking like a ding-dong here. There we go. Can you see where there's teeth on this thing? Can you? Hubby's on chat. But the felting needle's got, like, you know, a thicker shaft here, and then you come down here, and this thin part down here it's barbed, and it like has little notches, and actually those little notches are going to be what actually hooks our yarn down into our little chick. Like I said, I took some notes. Took some notes here, just so I wouldn't forget anything. But for what we're using it for, you need a standard felting needle, fine, which apparently is a number 40. And you should be good to go. Don't be, and then if you don't want to, when we're doing this new pattern, you most certainly can take this hair and just, use a needle and thread and put it on if you don't want to mess with felting needles. But I wanted to show you guys what I was doing here. So anyway, we have our little chick here. I don't know if I can get you any closer or not. So I've gone and taken, I've cut and cut and cut. I need to slow down. This was like an impromptu thing today while I'm writing the directions for this new pattern. But I have just 2 little pieces of yarn. And I'm going to set them on top of the chick's head right here. Then we're going to take our felting needle. And honey, I'm talking to my husband here. You need to tell me if you can see this while I'm doing this. Can you guys see this? I'm going to go ahead and just take my felting needle, and it's really simple. You're just stabbing down. Do I need to hold it up? I'll hold it up. You're just stabbing down into your yarn. And the little barbs, there we go. The little barbs on your needle are actually biting into the yarn and pressing it down into your polyfill inside and making it catch. Does anybody have any questions? Because I really can't see.
None so far.
Okay. So, we're just going to continue to just stab the center there. And guys, when you do this at home, if you purchase this pattern or if you're going to work on something else, you know, you'll be able to have your little project down here and have it comfortable, you know, where, you know, you can hold it and, oh no. I told you, impromptu little dude, is that better?
It's not caught up yet.
For those of you that don't know what's going on behind the scenes, hubby's trying to do camera work and drop the phone. So we are now back to trying.
It is better, actually.
Okay, so now we're up close and personal. So we're taking our needle and we're just jabbing our yarn down in there, okay? I do want to say the end of your, do I have, there we go. This is just not going very well, is it? The end of your needle here that has the barbs on it, it's thinner. It is thinner than the top part. I can't see now. Okay. It's thinner. It's delicate. So when you go and you're doing your needle felting here, you want to make sure you're doing it straight up and down. Don't come in at angles. Don't twist your needle and try to do it. You want to keep your needle straight and be wary. Okay, you moved me again. And be wary that it is tender and breakable. Okay, so I've done the needle felting, across the middle, so you can see it's holding in there. So now I'm going to take my needle, my felting needle. I think I said knitting needle. It's a felting needle, guys. All right. So I'm just going to go and kind of do around the edges here. And like I said, hubby and I are never going to get any awards for cinematography. But I do like to come on here and give you guys information about how to do things. And hopefully it helps you out. But if you're just joining us, I am Kelly from Chestnut Junction. We specialize in primitive crafts and e-patterns. We have a shop on Etsy, www.etsy.com/shop/chestnutjunction. And I am trying to show you guys how to needle felt some yarn in place for the little feathers of a chick, and it's going to be a brand new pattern. You see how it is good and attached in there now. So, does anybody have any questions? Does anybody have any critiques on our wonderful how-to videos? And
Do you ever make doll hair with this method?
do I make doll hair? Yeah, you absolutely can do this with doll hair. For doll hair, what I would do, if you're using like a piece of wool, I would take the wool and take it across, lay it across the head, and then I would go and tap, 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 and give her a part at the top, and then I would come over here and tap, 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 and attach it over here, and then attach it over there. There's so many things you could do with doll hair with this, because you could attach it at the top and like tap, tap, tap here and then there, and it also would kind of make her hair look a little wavy. I will have to do a video on how to do doll hair, and then I can do another video on how to attach like a Santa beard with the needle felting. But for this, because I'm actually, this little guy here, he still needs coffee stained, but this is going to be a new pattern for spring, and I wanted to make sure that you guys had this tutorial on how to attach this the yarn before I put the pattern out. That way that I could for anybody that hasn't done the needle felting.
Is the fabric you're cooking into muslin?
Yes, this is muslin and it is painted. And that's another good question, because even what I was going to tell you, the sizing. I don't do needle felting because I really do, if you can see on the top of this picture, I think needle felting's its own art form. But I just do the needle felting to try to attach hair. But I've looked up a lot of things on the internet and found information like there's different sizes of needle, felting needles. There's, different widths, different shapes. But for what we're doing, it is a triangular felting needle. which is supposed that is the standard. If it says standard on the package, it is a triangular felting needle, and you want a fine gauge, which this is a number 40. But the reason you want the fine gauge is because the lower the number goes, like it'll go down, like if you go down to like a 32, apparently that is wider, and the barbs are more coarse, so you wouldn't want to go any lower than the 40, because that's going to make your needle thicker and it's going to make the barbs bigger, and I would be afraid that you would actually rip your fabric putting the yarn in here like this. So I would stay with the 40 gauge or the 42 gauge, which is a fine gauge. That way, whenever you attach this to your doll, these little ornaments, anything, that you're not going to rip or tear that fabric up. So I'm just going to give this, and see, once it's attached, there we go. See, it gets down, those little tiny barbs just shove that yarn right down inside, and it actually like mats together, like binds and mats together with the polyfill on the inside.
You need that pointed down there.
I don't know. Do I need it pointed down?
I was asking.
Okay, so we got that. And then, you know what I'm just going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. So there we have a little tuft of hair on our chickie. For those of you that are interested, I am working...
Do you sell the needles on Etsy?
No, I don't sell needles on Etsy. I could sell the needles on Etsy. You know, if anybody has any interest in things they would like to sell me on Etsy, I mean, by all means, message me through Etsy and tell me. I could try to get these needles whenever... Oh, they come like this. They're in this package. They do sell them on Amazon, but they come in this pack. They're in a plastic like drawer, and then I think, do you see I think there's 5 needles in a package. But yeah, if there is, you know, if you guys have interest in me selling certain supplies on Etsy, by all means message me through Etsy and ask me, and I can see what I can do about trying to get, you know, some supplies. Sometimes I have to kind of use my own judgment too with getting supplies, because I have had several customers from Etsy ask me if I'll carry supplies. I've gone and I've got the supplies, and now some of them are, you know, sitting in the Etsy shop. So, yeah, I will try to get supplies, but I also will use my own judgment whether or not I think that, you know what I mean? I think there would be a big, you know what I mean? A need for them, but these are on Amazon, and I don't know. They might be like $5 or $6, I think. Okay, gonna wrap it up here. Looking here at the comments to see if I see anything. Okay, looks like hubby's been doing a good job with keeping up with stuff. You guys have a wonderful holiday. Thanks for stopping in with us today. If anybody has any questions, and we'll put this video over on our YouTube channel too. But if anybody has any questions, about any of this, you can drop me an email. And for some reason, my Facebook page, I don't know why, I probably have to look at the settings, but for some reason, my Facebook page is not sending me notifications when you guys drop me messages there. So if you drop me a message on Facebook and it's like a day or two before I get back to you, it's because I don't get the notifications for them. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody who joined us today. And again, you can find us at www.etsy.com/shop/Chestnut Junction. You guys have a great day and you have a Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.